What is up, Teach Better family? It is Jeff, and I've got a special guest here, Rizzo, joining me tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about Teach Better 23 and maybe whatever else comes to mind. We'll see. But if you are here with us live, drop into the chat. Let us know where you're at. What are you doing? Do you have any questions for Rizzo? Are you excited about Teach Better 23? Are you actually coming? That should be a yes for sure. And we're going to talk about it. So drop in the comments. Let us know what's going on. We'll be back in about 9 seconds here. All right. Teach Better family. So awesome to have you here. Rizzo, it's great to see you. How are you?
Blessed. Always blessed.
I love it. I didn't get to see you in October, unfortunately. So this is like, I think this is our first meeting, and it's not in person, but like we're gonna take it for now.
Yes.
And then come October, like it's on.
Like big hug.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with a big hug. Yes, we're gonna do a big hug, and then possibly like a TikTok dance or something. Like we'll see where we're at that point. Yes,
we have to do that.
We'll see what we can do.
We have to do that.
So super excited to have you here. We just announced that you are coming to the conference, which is super awesome. Really excited. You're also the newest member of the Teach Better Speakers Network, which is really great. So I don't want to say that you're definitely not new to our community, but there may be some folks that maybe aren't connected to you just yet. So I want to kind of start there. This is super cliche to start here, but like, can you give us the who is Rizzo introduction to anyone who maybe isn't connected to you yet?
Yes. So, y'all, my full name is Laura Rizzo, but I never use my first name because Rizzo sounds cooler. So I just say, y'all just call me Rizzo. Just call me Rizzo. Part of my jokes when I talk to people, I say, well, it's not Lizzo like the famous rapper and not Frizzle like the school bus lady, because most of the elementary kids call me Frizzle, but no, none of that. So just Rizzo, little Latina, born and raised in El Paso, Ciudad Juarez. For those of y'all that don't know where El Paso is the very last state in the corner right before you get to New Mexico and Texas. It's like the same distance to drive from El Paso to Houston in the same state than it is from El Paso all the way to San Diego. So, hopefully you all come and check out our Mexican food, our real Mexican food sometimes. I'm very blessed and honored, honestly, to be part of this team. I've been following Teach Better for, several years now. And when I met you all in October, I was like, man, what does this little Latina have to offer you all? I'm completely, to me, I'm like, man, to me, all of y'all have accents, and then I'm the one with the accent, right? It's so crazy.
You're the one who brought up the accent. So I was gonna say, I love your accent. Like, the way, if you could you say your full name again?
Okay, so my full name is Laura.
Like full. Okay, go ahead.
So try this. It's Laura. Say Laura.
Laura. I just love how you say Laura. Okay, honestly.
All right, so say this real quick. Say louder.
Louder.
Okay, but now you're just taking off the R. Say louder.
Louder. You just say it better. You say it, and I'll just nod and smile.
And then my middle name is Melissa. So because it's in Spanish, and that's how my parents, that's how I grew up, it's in Spanish. It's not English, not Laura Melissa. So because it's Laura Melissa, I just use Rizzo for that reason, because to me, I'm like, it's Laura Melissa, not Laura Melissa. So that's why it's just Rizzo. Everywhere I go, it's just Rizzo.
We can say Rizzo with our accent and still it works. So that's
I love it.
Yes. So I got us way off track.
Totally off topic, guys. Sorry.
That's okay. But this is it's not off topic, because like one of the things that we love about you is you're just cool and fun to hang out with. And I think that's why people resonate with you so much too. Your story, but also I think you're real. And we can do things like just talk about our accents and how you say your name, right? Like that's what I love about our community in general, right? It's just getting to know people for who they are, not necessarily. Yes, we want to talk about the messages and if there's books or there's speaking gigs and all this other stuff, but like it's just about the people and who they are. So I actually love that we went that way. So that's okay with me. Coming back to, so you were at Teach Better 22. So we're gonna talk about 22 first, and then we're gonna talk about what's coming in 23. Can we do it that way?
Yes, of course.
All right. So 22, I was not there. as
I
everyone
know.
continually reminds me. So
Yes.
I am constantly asking everyone I meet that I talk to that was there to tell me how it was because I'm trying to like build up enough secondhand memories to have a
Mhm.
memory of being there. So can you share with us sort of your experience from October coming to Akron, Ohio for Teach Better 22?
So I'm gonna share when it comes to that. I'm gonna share with everybody that's listening out there my experience as an educator. Back in '05, when I first started teaching, it was very hard to find like-minded educators that always wanted to. The philosophy of education was to just teach life before content. And there comes Teach Better team along Twitter in 2020 during the pandemic when everybody was on Twitter more and connecting. And I said, oh man, like I want to be part of this team. So I started, following everybody, following you all to teach better. It's all about teaching better. And I went to this conference in October, didn't know what to expect. As a matter of fact, I had another engagement that Saturday, day two. So
Okay.
I'm, this is just like any other conference. All right, y'all. Okay. For those of you that haven't been, this is just like any other conference. Yeah, I'll just go to day one. Completely regret only going to day one. I had a wedding to officiate the next day. So I had already made that commitment. It's not like I could say, oh, let me cancel this wedding. So I was only there for day one and I completely regret it. If you have never been to this conference, you do not want to come to one day. You have to be there for both days. There's so much to see. I met so many like minded educators that love life before content. Hearts before minds is the way that I address it. I just, I can't tell you how much it meant to me to meet like minded educators that reach the hearts first, Jeff. It was, I
Mhm.
mean, that mind blowing emoji where you're just like, there's a lot more of me out there. I can't believe this. You're
Ah,
just in shock because there's so many of you that just love hearts before anything else.
I love that. So, okay, I'm gonna take us off topic again because you mentioned that
Oh, do it, do it,
you
do it.
mentioned that you were officiated weddings, so you were ordained then.
I am
As
ordained.
am I. I also perform weddings.
Awesome. I just did a
So,
wedding last Saturday.
oh,
It
that's
was
awesome. How
awesome.
long have you been doing that?
I've been doing that for a little over a year.
Okay.
Um, you know, you talked about, me being real and transparent. I'm always transparent. I'm always vulnerable with everybody that I meet. The reason I got ordained is because a lesbian couple friends of mine really wanted to have God in their wedding, and they said, what more than somebody? I serve at my church. I'm a servant leader at church, and they asked me to get ordained to officiate their wedding, and I've been doing weddings ever since. So
Love it.
last Saturday, I officiated a wedding with two males, and it was beautiful. Tears everywhere, just people just loving. When y'all get to know me, you'll get to know that not only do I talk about hearts before minds, but I'm very transparent when it comes to the battles I had to overcome for to teach people that you love who the person is, not what the person is, and that's me.
Mm.
You love me for who I am, not what I am or what my choices are.
Ah, I love that. I love performing weddings. It's a special bond that you share with that couple that no one else gets to.
Yes.
Which is just so good. And to be asked is awesome. I've been doing it for quite a while now. So I DJ'd weddings for a long time. I've stopped doing that because that's just a big lift. But I DJ'd for about 15 years and about gosh, I've been ordained for at least 10, if not more than that.
Yes. I love
Was a couple of mine, friends of mine that wanted me to be a part of the wedding. They're like, we think this is the role. And I'm like, oh, and I did it once, and it was like 3 days later, someone else saw the graduate with one of my brothers
it.
saw it on Facebook. Was like, "Hey, are you ordained? Do you want to come to our
Yeah.
wedding?" And I
Let's
said,
do
"Yeah, sure.
beautiful
I
right
would love to."
now. Let's
So,
do
so he
your
calls
wedding.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, he calls me, and I said, "Yeah, I'd love to." I said, "When is it?" He said, "Next weekend." I'm like, "Oh, jeez," and I did it, and off we went. So I've done quite a few. So I love it. I love that.
Love
And now you and I
that.
have that connection, and that's
I love
awesome. So
that. Yeah,
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
learn from you because you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And
So I've
you
been
love
yeah.
that personal connection with the couple. You get to
Ah,
tell their story, and
yes,
that is the
my
best part.
favorite.
Tell their
My
story.
my favorite is I had a wedding where a lot of times I give them up and I'm like, I can either talk about some stuff and I'll say some love stuff and romance stuff, or you can give me a story that maybe not everyone knows and I'll share it. And
Yes.
a couple that just wanted the story but could not come up with a story. They just like kept psyching himself out. But I end up pulling a story based on a couple of interactions that I watched, and it was awesome. I broke them both down in tears at the at the wedding. It was great. So I love it. That's awesome. And I'd love anytime you want to talk about that. I'd love to hear how
Let's
you do
talk
it and
about
stuff
it.
too.
Yes,
So
let's talk about it.
yes. But let's talk about 23. So you're coming out to 23. I remember 22, so I was bummed that I couldn't come in general, but I knew you were coming out as well. And afterwards, I asked Katie. It was actually while I was at the hospital, or no, it was the next week. And I asked her. I said like, how did people who stood out, da da da. And she's like this, that, that, and I'm like, did you go see Rizzo? And she's like, yeah, we tried to get in there and stuff. We met her, and Katie goes, oh my god, favorite person ever. I'm like,
Oh,
that's awesome,
sweet.
except that I missed it. So I'm pumped for 23. You're gonna be here. If we can now, let's shift to like what are you hoping to bring to the conference in October? What are you hoping to bring, and what are you hoping that the folks that get to come to your session and
Mhm.
interact with you take home from the experience and at Teach Better 23?
More than anything, because we have educators. More than anything, is that you never look at the behavior of the child. You look at the why of what's happening in this kid's life. How can I dig deeper into figuring out why they behave this way? I'm bringing the power of social emotional love. What I did with that, what I did with the term social emotional learning, is I transformed it to replace the learning with love, because SEL is about teaching love above anything else. I want people to know that you can walk into a room and be love for those people that need that love. It's not just kids. I can walk into a room of 10 educators, and one of them in there is probably going through something, and the minute that you show them love, the minute that you're transparent with love, the minute that you smile or something, it's going to make their day. And I want educators to know that that's what I bring. I want them to see me, to see that love that I bring, but more than anything, to really believe that there's always a reason for the way a kid behaves. If a kid misbehaves in class, and for them to their takeaway, to really take away some strategies that they can use to be able to connect with kids, no matter what ethnicity, what demographic, where they come from, no matter what, some sort of a strategy to be able to connect, even if it's in 1 minute, just giving that love.
I love it. And you talk about the fact that it's focusing on why. There's a reason why the behavior
Yeah.
happens and the response happens. And I think, talking with educators all the time, it's difficult to separate that and not think it's me. They don't like me. They hate me. I did something. And I've watched videos of you speaking where you're trying to drill that home of like, it's not you, it's something happening with them. Focus on that. And I think that's so, I think, hard to do, and which is why it's so important. So I'm excited. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get you. Can you right now? Can you share maybe one? We'll just do one strategy or a mindset shift that you might bring to the conference that we can take on maybe from this live to do that.
Okay,
I'm
so
putting you right on the spot.
you're totally fine.
Good.
So because I'm gonna give away the strategies, but no,
Yeah,
let's do it.
just no, no. They're gonna get this one and be like, oh, I want more. That's why they come in October. See,
Yes.
it's a marketing tactic right now.
So
We're reel them
yeah,
in.
so instead of doing a bell ringer in your classrooms when kids come into class that relates to whatever they learned the day before, or whatever content, or if they remember this math problem, anything related to content, ask them a question about their lives. Like, what is keeping you from learning more in my class?
Ooh.
And that's a simple, quick write. If y'all know AVID, Advancement via Individual Determination, that's an AVID strategy. It's a quick write, simple, quick write. The first 5 minutes of class, whoever wants to share can share. And some of these kids, I used to do this when I was an AVID coordinator. Some of these kids literally break down because there's so many barriers that are keeping them from learning more in class. And it's just amazing to see that one little quick write can really open the room for a lot of discussion. That's one strategy right away. I mean, instead of focusing on content for your quick writes and your bell ringers, focus on life.
That's powerful because it it gives them the opportunity. No one's asked them that, right? No one's asked them what's preventing you. Oh wow, that's powerful. Okay. If you don't know, if you don't have a reason to come to the conference now, you do right there. So there's more of that where that came from. Rizzo, I want to play I can't remember. Did you say you've seen the little promo video that we created or you haven't yet?
I think I have on Twitter. I think I
Okay.
have.
Well, if you haven't, I'm gonna play it really quick. Then we'll come back. We'll chat just for a couple more minutes, and then we'll get out
Yeah,
of here and
awesome.
into the night. So we're gonna play this really quick. It's just over a minute. So here we go.
Why do you love what you do? I love what I do because of the fact that, number one, I can make a difference for that one person that doesn't feel like they can keep going. That one person that is struggling through something, anything at all. I always try to make sure I connect with my audience because of the transparency and the vulnerability. I have to be transparent because you never know what someone in that audience that's listening to you is going through. What's your favorite travel snack as you head to Teach Better 23? Oh, Lordy, I have tons of snacks that I take with me. But my favorite are those little, I don't know if you all have seen them, but the Belvita snacks. Oh, those are my favorite. As always, teaching better, living better, trying to make a difference. And don't forget that you all are the difference makers in education. Oh, I love that.
I don't know if I've ever had one of those.
Oh my God, let me bring you one. Hold on.
I don't think I'm not sure if she knows I can't have it through the computer, but I'm excited about it regardless. So I just set her off. She completely left. Yeah, that's what I've seen them, but I've never actually. I don't think I've ever actually tried one.
Oh my God, Jeff, they're the best.
What kind should I try?
I'm out of town this week, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, and I had one of these. You should get the cinnamon brown sugar.
Ooh, that sounds like something I would like. So okay, yeah. I hear they're supposed to be really good for like an energy boost.
Yes. And if y'all, anybody that knows Herbalife out there, y'all can make. Okay, get this recipe with these. You make with Prolesa. I'll send you all the recipe. You make cookies, Prolesa cookies. And if you're that type that eats a lot during the day and you don't want to eat a lot, like heavy meals, it actually suppresses your hunger. So you can make them with this.
Interesting.
To not like overeat.
We should probably get Belvita to.
Well, you should be eating a lot throughout the day, but little meals, not big meals. So
I think Belvita should probably sponsor the conference at this point. Like we just did a commercial for it. I love it.
We're like, all right,
oh, that was great.
I love it.
Awesome. So super excited to have you come out. I want to one last thing is I just want to give you a chance to share like anything awesome or new or exciting going on in your world, in your life that maybe we can celebrate together.
Let's see. So I just had my first speaking engagement for you all.
That's right. Yes.
Obviously Jeff said I'm a new member of the Speakers Network. I was shout out to Briggs High School in Columbus, Ohio. Had a blast. I had a blast working there. Shout out to Miss Smith, the principal, very welcoming. What else? You spoke with, I think, if I remember correctly, with students, with teachers, and with parents, correct? Yes. We only had a few parents, so we're gonna do a virtual one.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, great.
I'll be doing a virtual one with them to make sure we get more of an audience for the parents. I did students, we did teachers, and we did parents. The power of love for everybody else.
Love it.
Emotional love for teachers. Awesome. So really excited to be part of your team. I think I always say it. I always say it on my Twitter. You're difference makers. Anybody that's a difference maker, I'll shout you out. I love that because you can really make a difference to save somebody's life. And that's that you can save somebody's life, or you can completely break them down. And everybody on the Teach Better team is, I think, to me, is a difference maker.
Well, I have some bad news. You were not on the team. You were part of this family.
Oh,
and I'm sorry, but you're stuck with us. That's the way it goes.
Don't kick me out.
we got to teach, but we are so excited to have you as part of the family and to
No,
represent us and
I'm really
the
blessed
awesome work and important
as
work that
well.
you do. Excited to have you come to 23 as well. I don't care what happens, I'm not missing. So I will be there. And apparently you and I are gonna be in Belvita all day long
No,
too.
I'm
Okay.
bringing them, Jess. You gotta try it.
I know where I'm going for my
Gotta try
snacks
'em.
now. Like it's
And you know what I was gonna say about that video? That is a video that I thought I was recording for you all. So when I saw it come out, I was like, man, I have a really hard time because I'm super Mexican, guys. I'm super Mexican. I have a really hard time with the word vulnerability, and I always use it. I'm like, vulnerability, porque en español se dice vulnerable, so it's easier for me, vulnerable. In English, it's really hard for me. I'm like, man, I didn't realize what a hard
You're
accent
fine.
I had until I say the word vulnerability.
I can't say it. I can't say it either. So and it's the only language I know how to speak. So like you're good.
Well, and y'all, we can do a session in Spanish. We'll do some Spanish slang if you want,
Yes.
whatever you want.
Yes, we should definitely do that.
Cognates. Just kidding.
I love it. All I know is you better be coming in on Thursday and staying through Saturday.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yes.
speaking of the conference, that is happening October 20th and 21st in Akron, Ohio. Teachbetterconference.com for all of that to come hang out with all of our speakers, including Rizzo. We've now released 3, and more coming over the next couple weeks, releasing more. And proposals are opening on May 1st as well if you want to come speak alongside all these amazing speakers. So that's happening right now. Is the lowest the prices will be with early bird. That does go away on May 1st. So proposals open and early bird pricing goes away, which is $100 savings. So you want to get over to teachbetterconference.com right now. You only got a little over a week left to get that locked in and listen to Rizzo. Do not come from one day, come for both, and actually come on Thursday.
Yep.
Everything off actually on Thursday night with networking. And then you have Friday and Saturday sessions and keynotes all day long. We're going to do a whole bunch of really cool stuff and networking both nights as well. Thing I love about our conference is it doesn't stop at the end of Saturday. Not one of the last sessions that we go again through Saturday night. And that's really important too. That's that family aspect and the people. So I want to look real quick. We got a bunch of other comments coming through that I wasn't noticing, but thanks to everyone who dropped in the comments and saying hello. If you are not following Rizzo, her handle is there and next to her name there. And that is the same on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And everywhere, right? And that's your website as well.
LinkedIn and Facebook and website, Rizzo's.
And your website, yes. So you can get everything there. I appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out with me today. Appreciate what you do and the energy you bring and the love you bring. And I cannot wait for you to bring it to Teach Better 23. And I'm pumped up.
You know what? I will use this time if I can, if I'm allowed.
You can.
Advantage. I met and I'm seeing his comment here. I met Joshua Stamper. And
I know him.
I was like, man, another Texan. If y'all live in Texas, can we please get some more Texas people out there, especially Southwest Texas? I'm really trying to promote this for our El Paso people so that we could get some more educators out there.
Yes, let's get him from Texas. Now, sadly, Texas is going to have to say goodbye to Josh because he's moving.
Oh, no.
Oh, I just ruin it. So, Josh, you now have to answer to Rizzo. I'll let him explain himself.
Where are you going?
He's going to Colorado.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's not bad, right?
It's a lot colder, but I wouldn't do that.
It's very different, yes. Well, of course, even in Texas, you were forever away from each other because it's so big.
We're in a different time zone. He's like, "Oh, you're in my time zone." I was like, "No, I'm in Mountain."
No, yeah. When we email back and forth, I'm like, "Oh, like she's 2 hours behind." I didn't realize that.
So y'all are like already getting ready to go to bed, and it's barely gonna be 5 here.
I'm actually getting ready. I got about 20 minutes, and then I get to hang out with our Edupreneur Mastermind. So I do that, and then it's bedtime. Then it's bedtime.
Love it.
All right, this was awesome. I appreciate you so much. Cannot wait to see you in person in October. Yes. Go over to teachbetterconference.com for everything. Make sure you're following Rizzo. I'm going to take us out by replaying that video again, and we will see you all in October. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Bye, y'all. Why do you love what you do? I love what I do because of the fact that, number one, I can make a difference for that one person that doesn't feel like they can keep going, that one person that is struggling through something, anything at all. I always try to make sure I connect with my audience because of the transparency and the vulnerability. I have to be transparent because you never know what someone in that audience that's listening to you is going through. What's your favorite travel snack as you head to Teach Better 23? Oh, Lordy, I have tons of snacks that I take with me. But my favorite are those little, I don't know if you all have seen them, but the Belvita snacks. Oh, those are my favorite. As always,